Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of Life After Lasso. We're into the months of November and December due to the Winter World Cup break in Qatar. So without waiting around, let's get stuck in, let's look at some results, and let's play a game. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4. It is into the winter months, it's into November and December. As we mentioned, there is that Winter World Cup break in the middle of November to the middle of December. So what we're going to start with is we're going to show you some games from November. As you can see here, we have 4 games we played, and then we have 2 games at the end of December as well, just after the Christmas period. We do have a Boxing Day game against Tottenham Hotspur. First of all, we're going to show you the goals, and then we'll play the Man United game. We are at home to Man United, who are, as you can see, second in the league there at the moment. Just quickly before we do that, if I could ask you, please hit that subscribe button. Please like, share, and comment. I would love to know your feedback if you're playing Richmond as well. So we'll get a little look at the first game of November, which was this final home group game of the Europa League. We're playing against Zorya Luhansk. As you can see here, we have a 4-1 victory. So we're absolutely delighted with that. We did play something of a kind of reserve team, not quite a reserve team, but players that weren't playing regularly, the likes of Colin Hughes, Ben Woodburn. So we'll have a look at the goals here first of all. So as you can see, Zorya Luhansk took the lead straight away. I mean, this is only 6 minutes in. We had a penalty. Richard Maglar absolutely smashed it. So that's the equaliser. We can see here Lewis Cook plays to Shannon, plays on the Colin Hughes, tucks it away very neatly, very tidy. So delighted for Hughes because he hasn't played much either. Shannon plays the ball over Defoe, just beats the man, and I mean Defoe does what he does, he absolutely smashes it from 20 yards. You can see here Lude gets on the turn, back to McLaren, goes out, Hughes is there, but Defoe tucks in the rebound. So that is it, 4-1 against Zorya Luhansk. As we can see here from the group, we've played 6 games, we've won 6 games, we've scored 16 goals, we've conceded only 7. So perfect run in the Europa League group stages. We're absolutely delighted with that. So after that, we move on then to our next game against Chelsea. We've managed to dispel this European hangover we've been having all season with a victory. Now at the time, we did have a lot of injuries coming in. As you can see from the lineup here, we had to switch to a 3 at the back system. We lost Danny Rojas on a long-term injury. We also lost Jamie Tart on a short-term injury. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. He was only out injured for a week. But we do have a good run against Chelsea. You can see the goals here. Lodi getting out wide. Plays it back to Awar. Crosses it in. Ben Woodburn. First goal for the club. Heads it in at the post. You can see Awar involved again here. Plays to Lamar. Defoe actually just gets in, steals the ball from a pure pass from Christensen. Just dinks it over the keeper. Gorgeous goal, so it is. So that was the first half. We came away with that with a 2-0 victory against Chelsea. As I say, we played Chelsea now 3 times, twice last season, once this season. We are undefeated against them as well. So absolutely thrilled to keep that run going. The next game we have then is against Burnley away. Again, as you can see here, sticking with the 3-4-3 formation or 5-2-3, whichever you prefer to call it. So we'll just get the goals loaded up here. As you can see here, Dawkins straight forward into Lamar. Defoe plays into Hassan Awar. Ball in from Goodman and Coburn at the back post. Tucks away. Suspicion of offside, but he was onside, thankfully. Matthias Ginter plays up to Lamptey, and then Defoe shot deflected, and it falls to Thomas Lamar. So delighted with a victory against Burnley. Matthias Ginter was one of these situations where he complained that he wasn't playing enough games. Just Tommy Winchester and Isaac McAdoo were playing so well at the back in previous games that just purely by coincidence it coincided that we needed to switch it up to 3 defenders. So we were able to get Ginter in there, and Ginter deserves to be in there. He's a very good defender, so we want to keep him playing. Next game then is the last game before the winter break. It's our 3rd game in 7 days. and it is against Aston Villa, who, as you can see there, it was a 1-1 draw. We still don't have a great run against Aston Villa. That we've actually yet to beat them in the 3 games that we've played. So a little bit frustrating that we couldn't beat them on this occasion either. As you can see here, Mitchell plays in the goal, crosses it back, but Ollie Watkins is there to pick up the rebound. And in the second half, as you can see, 85 minutes we're into, so kind of rescue the draw. Great ball across from Anthony and Defoe, tucking it in at the near post. So that was the final game before the World Cup break. We will bring up here, because we do have the World Cup winners. I don't want to spoil it for you. We'll wait and see how we go. So let's just look for the World Cup. And you may have seen there, as you can see, Spain are the holders. They've beat England 1-0 in the final. Quite late on as well, 71st minute. So it was. So I would say England, we don't have the stats or any of the information here. Well, we do have the stats. But as you can see here, England have been FM'd because Spain were generally not the better team. But we are delighted to have Tommy Winchester in there. Gareth Canterbury's also in there. He is, of course, now at Atletico Madrid after we sold him, and Kukoc starting as well. On the bench, we do have McAdoo, we do have Jeff Goodman, Tim O'Brien as well. So we're very well represented in the World Cup final. So our AFC Richmond were well represented. So that was the World Cup. Spain are the current holders, and congratulations to them. So after the Winter World Cup break, as you can see, we've played 4 friendly games here, and they've all gone very well, except for this one game against Club Brugge. But that's okay. It was good to get the players back into a bit of normality, a bit of rhythm, a bit of form. So the first game after the winter break is against my club, Tottenham Hotspur. As you can see here, we've really outplayed them again. They had little spells where they played well, but we had the majority. And as you can see, the XG there, ours 1.71, there's 0.88. We're all over them with 16 shots, 8 of them on target. We scored 4 goals. As you can see here, we have scored 2 goals in injury time. We were leading, of course, 2-0 up until the 85th minute when Lucas Moura had a quick fire double. But Hossam Aouar and Sam Obisanya, with his first goal of the season, bringing us back into it, giving us that 4-2 victory, which continues our undefeated streak against Spurs. We've now played them 3 times, scored 11 goals, conceded only these 2. So as you can see here, Coburn plays into Jamie Clark, breaks away, and Hugo Lloris, I think it's still Hugo Lloris in goal. There's absolutely no chance. Ball in, Jamie Clark. And that's, I mean, the quality of the finish from Aouar, the way he gets over it, is fantastic. Great tackle here from McAdoo, but Sessegnon picks up Lewis ball, gets it across, and Lucas Moura. I'll never understand, even in real life, Lucas Moura has this incredible ability, despite being one of the shortest players in the Good ball across here from Reguilon. We really should have cleared it. McAdoo should have done better, I think, and Ahmed Hazes as well. I think should have done better. But a great ball here from Aouar, makes the break forward. Fantastic finish, gives us the lead in injury time. Aouar and Goodman can bring in here, into the back, and Sam Obisanya up for his first goal of the season at the back post. So we're absolutely thrilled with those results. So we are. We're about to play against Man United. We're going to do our team selection. We're sticking with this 3-4-3. It's proven very well for us at the moment. We do have a little fitness concern over Sam Obisanya. Tim O'Brien is injured for a couple of weeks. Colin Hughes is still not fully fit. Danny Rojas still a couple of weeks away. Well, he's recommended up to 45 minutes of action. We're not going to play him. We're not going to take the risk. We have received a bid here for Jermaine Defoe for £750 from Austria Vienna. So he wants to go. We're not going to hold him against his will. He is 40 years of age as well. So, you know, he's not, despite scoring 6 goals in 11 games for us, he has not really been a key player for us. So we've received a bid. He wants to go. We're happy to let that happen. That's fine. It didn't cost us anything to sign him, so it's fine. As we can see then, we're playing against Man United at home. Their lineup there is Dallo, Maguire, Varane, McShaw for the back. They have signed Joao Palhinha, Pogba and Donny van der Beek in centre mid, Sancho, Rashford and of course Cristiano Ronaldo as the front 3. So we want the guys to pick up where they left off. Let's just skip all this walking out and let's get into the game.
He's looking to get there first.
McAdoo picks up the ball, plays it back to Zorro.
He's looking to
Not a
get there
great clearance from
first.
Zorro, gives it straight back for
Pinpoint
Pogba on the
accuracy.
Rashford. Sancho. He's hit the crossbar, so he has. We kind of get away with that a little bit. Goodman brings the ball out. Our XG is slightly better than theirs. A lot of their focus of attack is down their right wing, as ours is down our right wing. Of course, up front we do have Jamie Tartt, Declan Coburn, and Ian Scott. He's not really a striker; he's more of a winger, but we are playing him in that up front role. Oh, and Hodzic just puts it over the bar, so it's unlucky from the corner. As you can see from the league table, we are currently sitting in 5th. If we finish this game with a win, we could potentially go up to 4th. Pogba picks up the loose ball, back to Rashford, across the corner, and he's put it wide. So that's okay. We could potentially go up to 4th, depending on how Chelsea do. Of course, we want Chelsea to lose that game, but we're playing okay. We're the slightly better at the moment here. It's pretty even going into half time. It's time for everyone to dig deep. Let's do that. And hardly anybody reacts, which is just it's not the reaction you want. Guys, we want you to do better. Let's demand more, because we are at home. We are the home team. We like to think we can push that advantage.
Down the flank.
We need to bring in Ben Woodburn, because Coburn really is struggling. Sam Obisanya is struggling.
Here's the delivery.
So let's bring in Korky. And Hassam Aouar has scored. We've taken the lead. Get on! Delighted.
That's genius.
Let's get a replay of that. I was too busy making substitutions. I didn't even see the goal. Great ball from Coburn here across the Jeff Goodman, completely unmarked. Goodman goes to the byline. Poor clearance. So it is from the fence. I'm not sure who that was. But Hassam Aouar in the right place at the right time to put that away. So we'll make the 2 subs. We are struggling a bit. Kukoc. They bring out Kukoc or they bring out Goodman.
Looking to get there first.
We definitely do need fresh legs. Donny van de Beek plays the ball up to Sancho, and great save from Thierry Zorro. Absolutely thrilled with that save. Good on. We will bring in Jack Dawkins, who's a wee bit more of a defensive-minded central midfielder. As you can see here, Spurs are drawn 2-2 with Liverpool. Scott wins the ball, breaks up the left wing. What's it got? They're still going. Good tackle from Pogba. So we'll bring Dawkins in for Kukoc, who is struggling after going to the World Cup final, of course, with England. So 20 minutes left. Let's encourage them. We demanded more from them last time and they produced. Let's see if we can give them a bit of encouragement. We'll not be too harsh on them. You see McAdoo's just picked up a yellow card there. Struggling a little bit for fitness. Jeff Goodman is just, he's wiped out, so is. Hassam Aouar is also on his last legs. But we're going to take it all the way through injury time. Yes, get on. Beat Man United. Excellent. That's a fantastic result. As you can see, in the second half, they had a 5-minute spell. We controlled the game absolutely throughout. They had the majority of the control in the first half. But our XG, as you can see there, 1.82 versus 1.0. Let's have a look at the stats. Yeah, I mean, in the end, we were all over them, really. So I feel like we deserved that. I think that's a great result. Really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance to play magnificently. So, and not to forget, Man United are second in the league currently. So Spurs have gone above us with their goal difference, actually. Looking at that. Chelsea's still to play. We have a game in hand over Chelsea as well. We have a game in hand that if we were to play that before everybody else plays, we could potentially go second in the league. Quite tight in that sort of top 4 or 5 grouping of teams there. Let's get a look at that again. You see Liverpool obviously clearly breaking away. They're 9 points ahead, so they are. Man United on 33, Arsenal on 32, Tottenham on 32, ourselves on 32, Chelsea on 30, and even Leicester on 28 are still kind of within reaching distance. But that is a fantastic result for our final game of the calendar year. So the next up we are going into, it is New Year's Day. It is New Year's Eve, I should say. It's not quite, it's the 30th of December, but we're going to New Year's Eve very shortly. And with that then brings the, let's give him a little criticism. With that brings in the new year, brings in the January transfer window, and as we can see here, we've already made a deal to sign Namdi Collins for 8 million. Dortmund are also making a wage contribution for that, so a little bit excited about that. But as you can see here, fantastic stats for an 18-year-old. He is a centre back. He's got great tackling. He's very, very quick, so he is. His heading's pretty good. His jumping's very, very good. For 18 years of age, his heading will improve. A lot of these stats in the technical will improve, as will the mental. I feel like the physical stats don't really need to improve much at the minute. But that is it for episode 4. That is it, pretty much wrapped up. The only other business, we'll just wait and see. We will sell Defoe, and we will start the new month in the next episode. The only other detail to add here is the FA Cup third round has been drawn, and we've been drawn against League 2 Colchester, so we'll play that game after Man City. I'm feeling very confident about that, after which we have obviously then the League Cup quarter-final, the Carabao Cup quarter-final, so hopefully we can progress from that into the semis. So that is it for episode 4. I thoroughly hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. You can, of course, hit that subscribe button. That will certainly help with YouTube algorithms and everything that goes into that. So all your support is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. We will be back in the next episode where we will do the month of January. But until then, thank you very much for watching and have a nice weekend.